I think it's important that people hear some of the messages from Barrick directly from from leadership and understand the sorts of things that we're trying to achieve and why we're trying to achieve them.
The way our business is going to be sustainable in the long term, I think it's only through innovation. So we've got mining a non-renewable resource. We've got if we continue to mine, I think in the way we've done in the past, I think we'll run out of reserves relatively quickly.
The easy ore bodies have been mined. We're looking at lower grades, we're looking at higher consumption with lower grades, we're looking at difficult mineralogies, more complex technologies to treat the water. We're looking at more remote locations, higher costs with conveyance.
Y también mostrar todo el tema de innovación y digitalización que es tan importante y cómo esto, que si bien está iniciando ahora, ha ayudado bastante ya con el Best in Class en Lagunas Norte con casi ahorros por un poco más de 40 millones de dólares. Eso realmente dice mucho de la innovación que estamos empujando en Barrick.
So we have to innovate, we have to change the way we work, we have to do it in a smarter way, and we have to reduce the footprint we leave.
So I think some of the key themes, the need for, as an industry, for us to create partnerships and to collaborate.
I think it's important that First Nations talk to mining companies, talk to forest companies, talk to developers, and try to develop those relationships.
It's both Barrick and the First Nations learn how to work together, get along, and what they expect and what we expect.
We have in place 5 formalized agreements. They deal with areas such as labor, contracts, capacity building, environmental, communications, as well as any financial support that we may have. So the agreements are based around what the communities identified as important areas for them.
To me it was important because it shows industry like Barrick can get along with First Nations, and First Nations can work with a group like Barrick.
And it was really driven by the First Nations in a collaborative effort with our Barrick officials.
As Indigenous people in Canada, to work with corporate companies, we have to work together to move this country forward.
We're an undergraduate student design team, and every 2 years we design, build, and race a new solar car. We're here at PDAC because we've been invited by Barrick Gold. Barrick Gold has become one of our largest sponsors for this race cycle. So right now we are at the final stages of our actual construction of the car. We're looking to unveil the new model in May, and we will be competing at the World Solar Challenge in Australia in November.
We can't just look inwards, we really have to look outwards, we have to look at what others are doing.
So that's really what we're trying to do is change and innovate the way we interact with our external stakeholders.
Every time I do a panel, there's always something very, very interesting that comes from the other panellists. So I think that's great. I think it does build that spirit of collaboration.
I think it's a fantastic forum and a fantastic opportunity to share these ideas and collaborate on best practice. Just bearing in mind that we don't have all the answers, but collectively I think we can certainly make a difference.